The 2003 KWS MX Championship was certainly one to remember, with a host of world-class Grand Prix stars taking part in the 6-round series. Fans all over the British Isles were treated to some top-notch racing throughout the year, courtesy of the skills of men such as Yoshi Atsuta, Johnny Albert, Josh Coppins, Jamie Dodd, Stephen Sword. The list goes on and on. But it was all about consistency last season, and that certainly played a big part in determining where the title went. 4 wins and a host of podium positions meant Mark Huckelbridge was crowned KWS MX King in the Pro Open class. This is how the 2003 championship panned out at series end, and Huckelbridge will be going flat out to prove his victory was certainly no fluke. This year's championship will be contested over 5 rounds at some of the best venues in the British Isles. Castle Park in Donington is followed in May by the awesome Hawkstone Park circuit. Matchams Park near the south coast of England is the host for the opening round of the series, and despite the chilly February weather, thousands of dirt bike fans have made their way here in anticipation of the first big motocross meeting of 2004. In the Huckelbridge camp, no one appears to have noticed the chilly conditions. He and his team have been working hard throughout the weekend in search of the perfect setup. And they think they've got it just about right.
Yeah, the bike's going really well. The team have worked really hard on my mechanic, and we got some good suspension in there now, so just can't wait for it all to start off.
Matchams is certainly a circuit the champion favours. Last year he enjoyed 2 podiums here, and he's happy with conditions this time around.
Yeah, it's a real good circuit. They've made a lot of changes here, all for the better. There's a bit of frost on the ground at the moment, but later on in the day I'm sure that will defrost out, and maybe a little bit boggy later, but the track's really good at the moment.
It's not just the track Mark Huckelbridge has to think about, though. He's also well aware of the talents of men such as Gordon Crockard. Northern Ireland's #1 motocrosser is part of the powerful CAS Honda team, and he and his teammates are looking forward to racing.
At the moment it's a little bit smooth. It needs a lot more bikes around it to get a lot more rougher. The organisers put a great lot of effort in, and obviously spent a bit of money on designing the track, and I think it's very good. I think it'll produce much good quality racing. So look forward to it. I think you need a good start. There's a lot of it's a little bit twisty in the first half of the lap, so a good start's absolutely vital.
Even though he's got his sights firmly fixed on the World Championship, Crockard's also looking to do the business in this series.
In the UK, I want to try and be winning if I can. That's not always easy to do, but it's something that I want to achieve. I've been able to do it in the last few years, so I want to try and stay at the top and try and beat the guys. On the World Championship, I want to move into the top 3 and try and get a better presence there, so those are my goals.
A top-class lineup then, and from all around the world as well. Look out for the Kiwi Josh Coppins on bike #5. Yoshitaka Atsuta of Japan on the Honda, he's number 13. And Tanel Leok of Estonia on the 2-stroke Suzuki. We're waiting for the signal to go. The 5-second board is up. Second gear engage, and away we go. Good start from Huckelbridge on bike #1. But an even better start from James Noble, bike 34, as they all scream into the first, the left, then the right. Certainly James Noble got a good start. Mark Huckelbridge is in there as well. Jordan Rose is also going very well on bike 39. Rose, of course, competing in the 125 class last year in this series, has moved up. He's in third at the moment. Fourth, number 17, Mark Jones. No sign of Leoc at the moment, or Coppins at Suter, Crockard as well. They're not up in the front bunch at this moment in time. So, no sign of the foreign contingent then. It's the Brits that are leading the way, and it's still James Noble on bike 34 who leads. Here he is. Noble, followed by the champion Hucklebridge on bike number 1 on the KTM. 39, Jordan Rose still holding on to third place. Mark Jones still in fourth. So a good mixture at the front then. Honda, KTM, Yamaha. And as we say, the Brits may be leading, but of course motocross as they hit the tabletop is not only a sprint, it's also a marathon as well. So a good start, of course, is inevitable. But also stamina will come into play. There's a long, long way to go yet. And we're only on lap 2. Of course, the adrenaline will be kicking in as well shortly, if it hasn't already kicked in for some of these riders. Certainly James Noble and Mark Hucklebridge seem to be pulling away. Mark Jones is getting a little bit closer to Jordan Rose. What a great ride by Jordan Rose. Whether he can sustain this performance, though, remains to be seen. James Noble still leads. Mark Hucklebridge second. Mark Jones third. Jordan Rose back in fourth place. Can he fight back? Can he reclaim third spot from Mark Jones? Tanel Leoc is also moving up through the order as well. Whether he can get close to these boys, though, we'll have to wait and see. Mark Jones not only moving up through the field, he's now bringing in Mark Hucklebridge as well. He's reeling him into his sights. Getting closer and closer. But still, James Noble, number 34, on the Honda. And showing the other Honda boys, the big, powerful CAS Honda team. That, of course, is men such as Atsuta, Crockard, and Coppins. Nowhere to be seen at this moment in time. And the man that everyone's got their eyes on at this moment is number 34, James Noble. 5th and 7th in the 2 races here at Matchams last year. And he's good, doing considerably better this time around. So race order. James Noble leads Mark Hucklebridge. Tanel Leoc up into 3rd place. Mark Jones in 4th. So Leoc on the 2-stroke Suzuki. The 250 up against the big 400s. 11, Christian Burnham. Number 7, David Willett, way back down the order at the moment, but certainly Christian Burnham's times are going quicker, and he is proving how quick he's going there. Getting a little bit ragged, but getting the power on. Noble leads, Hucklebridge second, Tanel Leoc of Estonia third, Mark Jones fourth, Josh Coppins going really, really quick now and up into 5th place. In fact, Coppins is posting the quickest lap times at the moment, so whether he's got anything left, there is still some way to go in this race. So it may be number 34, James Noble, who leads. Oh, maybe not anymore, because through goes Mark Hucklebridge. Can Noble fight back? Wrings the neck out of that twist grip. So Hucklebridge leads. James Noble is second. Tanel Leoc is third. 4th is Mark Jones, number 17. But my goodness, James Noble was going so well. Maybe it's tiredness, maybe it was just a mistake. Mark Hucklebridge, race leader then on bike number 1, 34, James Noble. Whether that moment before was mental tiredness or physical tiredness, but he's fighting back. Number 7, David Willett, down in 12th position at the moment. And some way off the fun and games that we're enjoying out at the front, involving Mark Hucklebridge and James Noble. David Willett rounds to start another lap. So Tanel Leoc then, race leader, working his way through. The 2-stroke showing the 4 strokes the way round Matchams. 34, James Noble, he's in second. Tanel Leoc leads, still James Noble in second. 3rd place is Mark Jones. Josh Coppins 4th. And no sign, of course, of the unfortunate Mark Hucklebridge. Josh Coppins, though, what's he got up his sleeve? Over tabletop. The fight is on between Tanner Leoch and 34, Mark Jones. So, 2 scraps at the moment. The fight for first between Leoch and Noble, and the fight for third between Jones and Coppins. 35, Alex Rack. 13, Yoshi Atsuta. Way down the order at the moment. Expected better from him. Tanner Leoch, fantastic riding by the Estonian. Oh, a mistake though, spoken too soon, and now that's James Noble past. James Noble flies into first, but no, here comes Leoch, fighting back again. Leoch and Noble side by side, and it's Leoch who nudges back in front, regains the advantage. Well, Tanner Leoch could be forgiven for that mistake. He suffered a knee injury not so long ago. It's kept him off the bike in the run-up to this event. But possibly his fitness throughout the winters helped him here today, because he really is flying. Leoch learned in December that he'd be riding for the Motorvision Suzuki team in 2004 on the RM250. And remarkably, it's his first ever race on the bike, and he's leading it. Side by side, Mark Hucklebridge and Christian Burnham. What a performance by Burnham. He's really racing up through the order, taking Mark Hucklebridge along with him. Tanner Leoch seems to have it sewn up though. Whether that knee injury will have any bearing on the result, but he's going past the back markers as if they weren't there. He leads still. James Noble is still second. Josh Coppins, the Kiwi, is in third place on bike 31 on the Honda. And he is certainly the fastest man on the track at the moment. He's really got the bit between his teeth. There's a gap between him and second place, but that gap is shrinking. Whether Coppins has got anything to answer the questions being posed by Tanner Leoch and James Noble out in front. 11. Christian Burnham. He's also on the move as well. Well, it was all going so well for Mark Hucklebridge at the start of this race. Now he's trailing big time. Gordon Crockard as well, way down the order as well. Tanner Leoch, what a story this will make. On the two-stroke, on the bike for the first time, and leading the first race of the 2004 KWS MX Series. Checkered flag out then for Tanner Leoch. James Noble, close but not close enough, is going to have to settle for second place. So we await the race winner then. The flag is out. Tanner Leoch, here he is. Tanner Leoch, winner of race 1. James Noble is second. But it's Leoch on the 250 that's grabbing all the headlines. This is how they round up then after race 1. Leoch wins. Second, James Noble. Josh Coppins third. And Christian Burnham in fourth. So the 2004 KWS MX Series is underway, and the gauntlet's been thrown down by the Estonian Tanner Leoch. The riders now have a couple of hours preparation before the second and final Pro Open race of the day. But the question is, will the big four strokes prove victorious? A few last-minute preparations before the start of race 2 of the Pro Open class at the KWS MX Championship here at Matchams Park. Number 1, Mark Hucklebridge. Disappointed with the way things went for him in the first race of the day, but he gets an opportunity to put things right in race 2. 34 is James Noble, alongside him number 5, Gordon Crockard. Also look out for Josh Coppins, 31, 13, Yoshi Atsuta, as well as away we go. Good start again from number 34, James Noble, but on the outside and going like a rocket, it's 31, Josh Coppins, as they all make their way into turn 1. So it's Coppins who leads then as the rest of the field make their way through. 13, Yoshi Atsuta, the Japanese rider. He's been doing a lot of development work on the Honda in the close season, concentrating on the bike's engine and suspension and working closely with the Honda Racing Corporation 31 then, Josh Coppins, he leads considerably as well at this early stage in the race. Second is Christian Burnham. Now what a ride this is from Christian. Suffered a lot of bad luck last year. 39, Jordan Rose, race 1 winner. Tanner Leoc on bike 77 is 4th. James Noble back in 5th place. Over the tabletop, Coppins leads Burnham. Burnham's certainly got a lot closer to Coppins as well. It's these two that are making all the headlines at the front of the race. Jordan Rose still holding off Tanner Leoc in 3rd. Josh Coppins, number 31, started the day slowly and has got quicker and quicker and quicker. So too Christian Burnham. Coppins leads 2nd, still Christian Burnham. 3rd place now, of course, in the hands of Tanner Leoc. There is Leoc. 4th is Jordan Rose. 5th place, James Noble. Another lap completed then. Josh Coppins still leading. Christian Burnham still hanging on in 2nd place. And 6 seconds now the advantage that Burnham has over Tanner Leoc in 3rd place. The Estonian on the RM250. Jordan Rose is 4th. The rest of the field made their way round behind him. Possibly this is a good time to spare a thought for the luckless Stuart Flockhart. He was hoping for a good performance here this weekend, but crashed during practice. He is therefore not here today. Christian Burnham, what a great return to form. He had such a bad 2003. Did the first 2 rounds of this series and then was injured and missed, well, the remainder of the season really, but he's back and he's going great guns here at Matchams. Not as good as Josh Coppins. The advantage Josh Coppins now has is 6 seconds. So 6 seconds the advantage over 2nd place Christian Burnham. And of course Christian Burnham, that long layoff, how fit is he? Well, only time will tell. And of course not forgetting that our race leader, 31, Josh Coppins, missed a huge chunk of last year due to injury as well. Came back towards the tail end. He's been working hard throughout the winter, getting up his fitness back home in New Zealand, and he spent a bit of time in Italy as well. And he also had a bit of surgery as well on the ankle that he broke last year. Been doing a bit of repair work around the bone. Also, one of the screws in his ankle was taken out. And you sometimes forget this is the man who finished 2nd in the World Championship only 2 years ago. And he's proving here at Matchams how good a rider he is. Number 1, of course, Mark Hucklebridge, the current champion. His targets, 34, James Noble, 39, Jordan Rose, 17, Mark Jones. That's who he's gunning after at this moment in time. Number 11, Christian Burnham. 2nd still to Josh Coppins, but Burnham, returning from injury, makes this performance all the more sweeter. All the time he's had to sit around watching everyone else do it, wishing he was back out there. Well, he's back out there now and going fantastically well. Only Josh Coppins is performing better here at the moment, and Coppins is just poetry in motion. 9 seconds the advantage now. Nothing looks like it's going to stop Coppins. We're waiting for number 11, Christian Burnham, to come over the tabletop. Here he is. So the sun's setting on Matchams Park. It looks like we've got our 1-2. 3rd place still, Tanner Leoc, the Estonian. So 2 podiums for him today as well, by the looks of it. But then again, you can never say never. Anything can happen in motocross. As Gordon Crockart finds out. That's Gordon Crockart. He's got some kind of a problem. Doesn't look too perplexed. In fact, he's moving. So whether he's made a mistake or whether he's just had enough, we'll find out in a moment. He's pulling into the side. It looks like his race is over. Or maybe he's going to join in again. Well, it's certainly not been Crockart's day today. Though I think you can safely say he will be having his better days again, and soon. It certainly looks as if he's going to crack on. 7, David Willett. Again, back down the order. Failed to make the top 10 in race 1, but looks like he'll get a top 10 berth this time around. Counting down the laps, Gordon Crockard, number 5. Well, he's got Josh Coppins in his sight, but he is a lap down, so it looks like Gordon Crockard is out. For the heck of it, Josh Coppins is certainly a good target to follow around, and the fans will enjoy seeing Coppins and Crockard next to each other. That's if Crockard can get close to Coppins. The form that Coppins is displaying is fantastic and certainly shows that he's a real threat for this year's world title. And they'll certainly have to go some to beat him this year. Gordon Crockard knows what it takes to do well in World Championship motocross. In fact, the pair of them, Coppins and Crockard, 2nd and 3rd in the 250 class in 2002 at world level. Josh Coppins looking to go one better in this year's Premier class. David Willett still running inside the top 10. Coppins leads then. Christian Burnham is still in 2nd place. He'll have a surprise when it comes across Gordon Crockard. That's if he gets close enough, of course. The race is drawing to a close. Not long to go then for Josh Coppins. His first win of the year. Just around the corner. He keeps it all together. 2nd place still Christian Burnham on bike number 11. 3rd, Tanner Leoch. And 4th, James Noble as well. So pretty much the same front runners as we enjoyed in race 1. Although this time around, of course, it's Coppins who's showing them the way around Matchams Park. And of course, these performances, so many of these riders coming back from injury. Coppins, Burnham, Leoch. And they're proving their mettle as well. Not long to go then. The checkered flag is unfurled and is waiting for Josh Coppins, winner of race 2 here at Matchams Park. And he's delighted. So Josh Coppins wins then. Christian Burnham takes 2nd, Tanner Leoch 3rd, and James Noble finishes 4th. This is how they stand in the championship with 1 round completed. And the variety of machinery shows how competitive this sport really is. For Gordon Crockard, a steady, if unspectacular, start to the campaign.
Results-wise, today's been pretty poor for me. It hasn't bothered me at all. Came here to use this event as part of my World Championship preparation. I was really up for having a go in the 2nd race and having a good blast and trying to get a decent result. Things went wrong on the first lap, a few collisions with some of the slower riders in the beginning, and that caused me to be right at the back. So I just waited for the leader to come around, and I thought, okay, I'll just follow the leader and keep myself out of danger and get some good practice in, and try and give something back to the organisers and the people who were watching, as opposed to pulling in.
One down, 4 to go. And it's the foreigners leading the way at the top of the standings, with Josh Coppins and Tanner Leoch leading the way. But with the Brits breathing down their necks, it promises to be a fairly open championship. The series moves on to Castle Park in Donington for round 2 in April. The British weather should be a little warmer by then, but of course, the racing should be just as hot as ever.